Ariel Camacho is one of the vocalists who aren't hesitant to discuss the problems in their culture. Not to mention the unusual manner that he handled the requinto, a historically tuned guitar that's very famous among Latinos. His deft and distinctive vocal performance will eternally leave an impression in the minds of his admirers. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Ariel Camacho's life, his career, and his death. Stay tuned to the end of the video if you don't want to miss out on this. Please consider liking this video, share, and subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so yet. Ariel Camacho entered the mainstream through his songs, having been raised in a Mexican city where there were many drug lords and traffickers. He continually brought attention to the harm that drugs can do to societies, continuing the work of some of the greatest musicians in Mexican music history who fought against these unhealthy habits. His upbringing and schooling are largely unknown. His foray into music, however, began in his formative years. Additionally, he described going to middle school when he first encountered a few of his band. In Guamuchil, Sinaloa, on July 8, 1992, Ariel Camacho entered the world for the first time. Benito Camacho and Reynalda Barraza gave birth to him as Jose Ariel Camacho. In a formal setting, he is called using both his father's and his mother's last names. He is nevertheless only referred to as Ariel Camacho for the simplicity in communication. As he was talented at singing and acting, he was a very well-liked youngster within his community. Ariel Camacho was 12 years old and his music career officially began. He was giving performances in local theaters and places nearby in Mexico. At such an early age, he lived a wonderful life doing what he enjoyed. He decided to form a music group after realizing the strength of collaboration. The band's initial member was Cesar Ivan Sanchez. Cesar Ivan Sanchez. His friend Cesar, who excelled on the guitar and sang support, was someone who befriended him in middle school. Ariel Camacho started planning to expand the band as his aspirations for music grew. Omar Burgos was the following musician to join the group. Omar, a superb tuba player, gave Ariel's music a new approach. He immediately began planning a concert after assembling a trio. Over 40,000 people attended the event, which was also his debut, which took place in Tijuana. His professional career made a significant jump with this. He was well renowned for his developing personality and ability to play the requinto emotionally. When he was a young child, his grandfather gave him the moniker La Tuya. This was since he was much smaller than the guitar that he performed with. Ariel Camacho and his musical crew decided to change the band name to Ariel Camacho y los Plebes del Rancho in 2013, which means Ariel Camacho and the guys from the ranch, when translated into English. However, they only had two new musicians, Omar Burgos, who handled the tuba, Cesar Ivan Sanchez, who was handling the rhythm guitar and also supported as a backup. The principal guitarist and singer for the band was Ariel Camacho, who was also able to perform the requinto. The group's appeal increased as they gained notoriety for their unique use of the 12-string requinto, tuba, and an acoustic guitar. As a group, they produced hit songs like Rey de Corazones, Te Metiste, El Karma, and Hablemos. Their most well-known song, Rey de Corazones, went viral and eventually became Ariel Camacho's moniker. It wasn't simple for Ariel Camacho to carry on the heritage of legendary composers who came before him, but he succeeded. During the brief stay that he had, he collaborated with several corrido singers, including Regulo Caro, Grupo Fernandez, Marca Registrada, and Los Traviesos de la Sierra. Despite the truth that Ariel Camacho's brilliant career was cut very short, very soon, his distinctive musical taste and philosophy and attitude are going to live on in music history. Ariel's moniker was La Tuya because he used to play a large guitar. Nobody ever really claims to know how his upbringing was when he was a child because, well, that data is kept private. Ever since he was a little kid, though, Ariel Camacho has had an amazing set of skills. When he was only 12 years old, he began singing. He encountered Ivan Sanchez, the ideal band member, while he was still in school. Ivan used to do supporting vocals and to play guitar for their band. As mentioned earlier, eventually a tuba player by the name of Omar had joined them. After finishing the band, Ariel had his first show in Tijuana, wowing the audience with his voice and performing skills. Ariel Camacho y los Plebes del Rancho is the name of the band that he created after adding El Tigre as a second member. The band's debut album, El Karma, was produced after a year afterwards. The group was inspired to produce another album the following year, Hablemos, after El Karma gained enormous popularity in Mexico. His reputation was at its height in Mexico, and throughout the rest of the globe as well. But when he passed away in a tragic vehicle accident in 2015, his popularity and ascent called for an immediate halt. Numerous well-known performers paid Ariel respect through song for his punctual date. Famous Ariel tribute tracks by other musicians include El Mentado Ariel and Hasta el Cielo. Ariel's commitment to music was honored in 2017 with the release of the album Ariel Camacho para Siempre. Ariel Camacho is approximately 72 kilograms and 5 feet 6 inches tall. His eyes and hair were both a deep shade of black. Cancer is his astrological sign. Ariel is of dual racial and national origin, being Mexican. Since he was a young boy, he's enjoyed singing and dancing. He also liked to enjoy life to the fullest. Ariel enjoyed traveling, and his work as a songwriter allowed him to tour a number of US states. He wasn't able to visit Europe, but he's always been able to see London and England. He had dogs as pets, and he loved animals. He was a major lover of Hollywood films. Some of his personal favorites include Scent of a Woman, The Godfather Trilogy, and Fight Club. His preferred performers and celebrities were Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, and Helena Bonham Carter. Ariel learned to play, participated in the school's theatrical club, and was into fashion when he enrolled into a local high school, sparking his curiosity and a variety of other pursuits. He decided to concentrate on his profession as a musician rather than pursuing a college degree after graduating in 2010 instead. Ariel Camacho maintained his relationship status as a closely guarded mystery, actually. He wasn't open about his romantic relationships. Ariel has not responded to any reports that he kissed his guy friend, who may or may not have been his boyfriend. According to a few of his fans, no proof has actually ever been offered to back up these findings. It's reasonable to think that Ariel was more concerned with his job than his romantic life, because he was still very young and at the height of his success. Ariel had never been betrothed, married, or parented when he passed away. He had a great voice, so his father and mother, Benito Camacho and Reynalda Barca, pushed him to explore singing as a profession and gave him his first guitar. Ariel had kept his parents' identities and occupations largely a secret. They continue to keep their data protected. Ariel has not spoken to anybody about his brother or sister concerning brothers and sisters. It's possible that he was his parents' only child, or that he managed to keep his siblings' identities hidden. Ariel Camacho was a well-known and well-liked figure in the Mexican music scene, and his ability and fame began to spread internationally. He's still among the globe's most accomplished musicians despite having passed away. He gained a lot of money and reputation due to his ability to contribute to the music industry. His musical profession and the proceeds from his touring and performances were his significant source of revenue. Ariel still has a combined wealth of about $9 million presently. On February 25, 2015, Ariel Camacho walked off the stage from the music event Carnaval de Mocorito, but he was walking out of existence, little did he know. After leaving the event, he and 3 other people were involved in an automobile accident on the way from Angostura, Sinaloa. Ariel Camacho was never the fortunate one, even though there was only one surviving member from the collision. Ariel Camacho, who was handling the vehicle at around 2 in the morning, reportedly lost control of it. There was no evidence to support the claims that he was drunk, despite the rumors. It was established, though, that the musician was driving quickly. He had been in an automobile accident due to carelessness, so it wasn't his first time. After this specific episode, he didn't receive another opportunity. He passed away at the age of barely 22. He's received homages from both singers and fans, and his musical heritage will not be swept aside. Ariel continues to be well-liked by music fans worldwide, regardless of his passing. He has more than 2 million followers on social media. Lastly, as we mentioned earlier, when his vehicle was involved in a collision in Angostura, Sinaloa, Ariel Camacho was heading back from a music event associated with Carnaval de Mocorito. Ariel was among the 3 passengers that didn't make it out of that car crash alive. On Angostura Highway, the collision occurred at 2 a.m. The vehicle that lost control was being driven by Camacho. It wasn't established if the accident was as a result of being under the influence or not. For how long have you been following Ariel Camacho's music? Leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section below. And that's going to be it for today's video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell so you get an immediate update whenever we upload any video. Thanks for staying tuned till the end, and I'll see you in the next one.